Welcome back to the next episode of Deep South Trucking. So, last episode I talked about I was going to switch up to trailers. I told you that I wanted to run the bamboo. Um, I took off the doubles and the triples, and before I took them off, I looked and I saw what was out of Mexico, and I didn't see anything that I liked. So I took them off, loaded in the bamboo. The game ended up sending me back to Phoenix, like I said that it might do, because it detected a quote-unquote unsafe uh, condition in the game. Wow. That's a long run. And for $500,000 too. Anyways, so it sended me back to Phoenix, which is fine. I've got no problem restarting or starting out here. And I'm looking through, and they do have a bamboo. Pays 118,000, and it takes me into Mexico. I've done this run, not with the bamboo, but I've done this run a couple times. And then so I kept scrolling through, and I kept looking just to see what else there is. And we've got this transformer from Phoenix to Albuquerque, which is the ABQ Cargo Center, which I think actually drives you into the actual cargo plane that's there. So I think that I'm going to take this one and I'm going to do it. It's the dual dolly, which is what I told you guys I've been wanting to do since I haven't done too many of these. And I think it gives me that. I've been wanting. There's part of the job where you roll into a what looks like a C5 aircraft. So we're gonna take this one. It's about 9 hours. Oh, right here. 9 hours, 32 minutes. Of course, our truck will easily be able to haul this. So we'll go and we'll pick this load up and we'll get out on the road and get it going. And this one's going to be a lot of fun, I think. Alright, so we're pulling up to this place now to pick up our transformer and to get back out on the road. So, these are fun to get out of. This is going to be a blast. So let's go ahead and go to Freight Market. It'll show us. So we could also do this bulldozer, but like I said, I want to do the one with the dolly on the rear of the trailer as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll take the job. There's no like little gear icons to click on for us to change the load. Some of the loads you can do that. Oh yeah, this one isn't going to be too bad. Usually they're over here off to the left, over there, and it's a pain in the ass to get them out sometimes. So we got lucky with the transformer being right here. Makes it a little bit easier to get out because this is a nice long trailer, as you can see. Not as long as those 53 footers we did, but you know, long nonetheless. I still have advanced coupling on. I didn't change that. So we'll give this a shot. I did lift my axle on the way over here, so when it comes time, once we get hooked up, I will drop that. There we go. And let's go ahead and drop that axle. Once it's down, we can get back out on the road. Alright, it's good. I know we're going to have to pull forward a little bit because now we've got, you know, 4 pivot points with that dolly back there holding up the oversized load banner. So, as I mentioned a little bit earlier in this episode, that the game pushed me all the way back to Phoenix because it detected an unsafe condition or whatever. I didn't really read the message. I knew what it was saying, so I didn't really worry about it too much. So if it keeps switching, when I go to switch trailers like I did, switch trailer mods, it keeps doing this, then we'll just start out in Phoenix each time. That's no big deal. I mean, I'm not going to switch trailer mods after this run because we'll be in Albuquerque and I'll just pick up bamboo, which is something that I want to do next anyways. You know, as far as what I plan on doing after the bamboo, I haven't really thought that far in advance. I'd rather get this one done and then get the bamboo and kind of devise a game plan from there. You know, it may have been the way I switched the mods around. I went into my mod manager, I took off the 2 trailer mods, and I threw on the bamboo and I loaded in game. It may not have liked that, and maybe what I need to do is take off the trailer mod, load in game, let it autosave, go back out, switch, put the mod on that I want to use next, and then go in game, and maybe then it'll keep me where I'm at. Something I'll play with as I do the more playing around with the different mods. Wow. It's not as long as the 53 footers, but it's still fairly long. I'm still kind of used to driving the 53 footer, so you see me making these wide turns, but you know, I'm also just trying to be safe and make sure that I give that rear dolly and even the rear part of the whoa. Uh-oh. We're stalling. Uh-oh, this isn't good. And we've got a line of cars behind us. Huh. This is not good. Let's look and see how much room we have exactly. Oh great, that's only a cop behind us too. Yeah, we hit the cop. We may have to load out and come back. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, look at that. I've screwed this all up. We may have to load out and come back. Alright, we're back in. Let's make a second attempt at this before we figure something else out. I don't really know how I'm going to do this. I know that I'm going to need more of a running start. I think that I'm going to put my diff lock on so that way when I get towards the top of the hill, I've got all the tires spinning. I'm pretty sure I can turn the diff lock on while rolling. So once we get closer, I'll do that. I'm going to do a little bit wider swing. Definitely going to keep the speed up a little bit, and we should be able to make it up this hill. I don't know why it's not letting me up. I mean, to be realistic, the truck has plenty of power, especially to get this thing up. So we're gonna come. Oh, I can't do it while rolling. We're just gonna go really quick. We're doing 22 miles per hour, and we're just gonna hope that we can do it. Let's see. Can I do it now? No. But I think we're almost up this hill, and I think we're safe. So that wasn't exactly realistic, but you know, it is what it is. This truck has plenty of power. I think in the video that I actually got flagged, I showed you guys what I had on this truck. So if I get a chance, I'll show you what I have on this truck again. If I remember right, I have like 1,500 horse to like 2,600 foot-pounds of torque, so this truck has plenty of power. There's no reason I shouldn't have been able to make it up that hill. And then part of it may have to do with the fact that I'm rolling real automatic versus running the sequential or the even running just like the regular automatic. I bet if I had a regular automatic on, it'd have been just fine and pulled its way up. No, don't tell me we're gonna get stuck here this time. This load's not even that heavy. That's the crazy thing. Once we get up to speed, if we could ever get up to speed with this thing. I'll show you. Like, I'm pretty sure the load's below 100,000 pounds. The dual 53 footers were sitting at 73,000 pounds for the two. So, as far as why, and I know we're using a mod versus this is what SCS has released as trailers. It's still like ridiculous. This truck would pull that load up that little hill, no problem. Do you guys see how jackknifed it was though? These things are a pain in the ass to back up, is because you've got all those moving, all the different joints where it's gonna move. It's just insane. It's as soon as you get on top of one trailer, you're losing the other trailer. And I mean, I think that's why SCS hasn't made it so you can back these in, because it's damn near impossible. But anyways, we're on the road now. We're headed to New Mexico. We're headed to Albuquerque. I'm excited to drop this load off because I want to see if that's where it lets us drop, is in that C5 looking aircraft that they have there on the ramp. So I'm trying to get this thing up to 65 so I can set cruise, but I don't think that's going to happen. I may just have to chill at 60, which would be alright. I definitely want to see what the load is, because I don't think it's that heavy that it would have us rolling backwards. 123,000 pounds, yeah. You figure we're probably grossing almost 200,000 pounds. We're probably sitting at about 170, probably about 173, 174-ish. So okay, yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. Maybe if I had the diff lock on, it would have helped a little bit, because now I have all the tires getting power to it versus just the one. You never know. Or maybe I just need to put an even bigger motor in this truck. There's definitely mods out there for it. I'm using a modded motor now as is anyways. I love the sound of this. I believe it's the Cummins? No, that's not right. It's the N14 is the engine code. So maybe if I'm still struggling, I know that there's ones with like 2,000 horse and 2,500 horse that I can look into if this continues to be a problem. That definitely was not the first time that I got stuck on a hill. I kind of wish I was recording the first time, and it was actually in Mexico. Rolling down. In fact, the other load, the bamboo, I would have gone right by. I think I would have gone right by where I was at when I hit that hill. Holy shit, I'm struggling. Let's throw hazards on. Warn other drivers. Let them know go around me, since we're struggling through these little hills. But anyways, yeah, going up, running down the road, slow down for this hill that I'm coming up against, and then, you got a little creek that runs at the bottom, and then you got to go up this giant hill, and yeah, the truck didn't make it first time around. I was hauling one of those crawlers that I think I was hauling in the first episode. I was just hauling that, and I couldn't make it up the hill. I lost my momentum like I did earlier in this episode. So it's definitely not the first time. I thought this truck had plenty of power to pull it up, but yeah, I guess I thought wrong. So, well, if it continues to be an issue, I'll address it. Just because I don't like going back out and having to reload in like that. Obviously, you're not going to do that in real life, but I also don't think in real life that you're going to kind of run into that situation. So, yeah, we'll take the good with the bad, if you will. We don't need gas yet. We will. I think once we get past this part, we're headed up to Sholo now. This pass is just absolutely beautiful. I love it. Usually I'm cooking it when I go through here. Speed is like, I think in some parts it's like 30, other parts it's like 50. Really, guy? You wait, and then you start going once I get closer. What sense does that make? Ah, that looks beautiful. Yeah, see, it's 55 here, and then it drops down to 30. And these are some tight turns, but it's, you know, whether I'm talking or not through this canyon part, I'm definitely going to let you guys watch this, because to me this was one of the most stunning parts of the game that SCS had put in. I still remember the first time I drove it. I was, you know, down visiting my family in Alabama, playing this with my brother, and I, you know, look over at him, tell him to check this out, and as I'm driving through, and me and him were both just kind of in awe. Like, it's that beautiful when you roll through here. Yeah, see, drop speed 30 miles per hour. Honestly, it's kind of hard to keep your truck at 30, because you're kind of doing these little rolling hills. Like that right there. See, then I dropped all the way down to 25. And then I'm going to get it back up to 30. I'm going to try and keep it at 30. But then you got like some corners like this one. I think I can go through at 30. I might slow down. And then you're trying to do 30 and you get a tight corner, so you got to slow down because it's fucking tight. And you don't want to roll your truck like this. I'm going to slow down a little bit. Actually, I didn't slow down at all. Yeah, there you go. Slow down a little bit. Yeah, see, this is all downhill, so now you're trying to keep the truck at a safe speed to go down, and you got some tight corners, so it's kind of hard not to go cooking through this pass, but at the same time, it's absolutely stunning. I think it's just beautiful. Maybe I'll even stop, and there's a place where I can stop up here and really go into third person and just really pan out and show you what this looks like, because it's beautiful. They even did no, excuse me. They even did the Grand Canyon, and I think even the Grand Canyon looks stunning just as well. Yeah, see, you can kind of see from here. It looks good. It's nice. I like it. Here, we can go to third person. I can drive a little bit in third person. Oh, no, that's top view. There we go. See, it just is beautiful. This looks so good. I like that. I like the sound of that. I don't drive in this view very much, if you can't tell. Look at that. Just absolutely stunning. It's views like these that kind of make the game worth the wait when you're waiting, you know, a year for some new states or whatever. So, you know, even when they were doing like the map extension, like they did, the rescale. That's what I was trying to think of. It kind of made it worth it. I think this was here before the rescale. It was here before the rescale. But just the amount of detail they put into it, in other spots, just kind of made it worth it. And even with the rescale, they kind of fixed some of the roads that were just awkward. There's a place I can pull off up here, and I think there is. I think it's right around this bend. I can kind of pull off, and I'll show you guys. Maybe it's the other side that I'm thinking of, where that rest icon is at. I thought there was a spot over here, but as you can see, it's just beautiful. I love it. I don't complain at all when I have to go through this pass. Oh yeah, I can pull off right there. yeah, I don't complain at all when I have to go through here. It's just, it's great. We'll pull off right here. We can even let these cars go by, which would be something that happens realistically. Like, you're not just gonna, you know, keep traffic behind you. All right, let's go to. See, look at that. Just beautiful. The detail in it is just stunning. And then the beautiful truck with that nice trailer. See, this looks a little more natural than the 53 footers that I had on it. Apparently we're gonna struggle to get out of here. I don't know why. Wow. Okay, I think that next chance I get, I am gonna get a what gear am I in? I don't know if it was just because I was stuck in. Let's turn the diff off. I don't know if it was because we were in that dirt. That was weird. That was very interesting. I think I'm gonna look into a bigger motor. See what I can put in this thing. Because I love the truck. But yeah, I can't keep getting stuck like that. Maybe before I do that, I'll switch to regular automatic or the game's default automatic. And see if that's my issue. Just see if this real automatic is just too ridiculous to justify to keep using it. Because that should not be happening. This truck has plenty of torque and horsepower. Yeah, I know the torque was definitely well into the 4 digits. And if you know anything about hauling, it's the torque that you want to look at, because like they say, torque gets you there, but horsepower keeps you there. So the torque is what's going to be the main component or the main output of the engine that's going to get that trailer moving. And this has plenty of torque to get it moving. There's no reason I should be stalling out like that or not being able to pull it. Alright, so we're going to stop. We're going to get some gas up here. I wanted to stop in Cholo, but for whatever reason, there's no gas station in Cholo, which I don't know why I didn't realize that before. I guess just because maybe I've never needed gas when going to Cholo or going through it. But yeah, that's just blowing my mind that they don't. Wow, I like this turn off. But it's blowing my mind that they don't have a gas station. Like, I would have to check and do some research in real life. But I would think that if, you know, if there's a town and it has people living in it, it's gonna have a gas station. I mean, the game wants to simulate that there's places for you to drop and pick up loads, so there's definitely going to be a gas station. I mean, I've never been to a town that doesn't have a gas station. They always have at least one, even if it is, you know, small rink-a-dink. It has a gas station. Like, that's almost like the staple of every town in the United States, if you will. So that blows my mind that there's no gas station. It's, you know, whatever. Maybe SCS will figure that out and change that, because that's just insane to me. We're in New Mexico. Not too far out. I think we have about 4 hours. Maybe once I get up to speed, I'll check. We probably got about maybe 3 hours or so before the drop. So, like I said, I'm excited to drop this and see what exactly where exactly we're dropping this, because I really hope this is in that airplane. Like I've mentioned before, I hope so, because that'll just be badass. Apparently the speeds have dropped from 65 to 55. Okay, here we go. We're getting back up to 65. I don't remember seeing them drop to 55. Maybe it was when I was slowing us down and getting us into that gas station there. I just had known them to be 65. And by the time I got up to 65, I had to slow down for the gas. So by the time we get this back up to 55, we'll be jumping on, I don't remember what highway it is, but it'll be a highway that sends us north. So yeah, by the time we get up to 65, it'll be time for us to start heading north. Once I hit 50, I'll set cruise, and we'll see how much longer we have. It shouldn't be too terribly much longer, I wouldn't think. Yeah, let's look now. 2 hours. So we have 2 hours and 41 minutes. We've got 4 hours of drive time. We're doing just fine. So we're almost there. We're gonna come out, I think, just north of Socorro, New Mexico. We'll run that north to the Albuquerque, I think it's international, yeah, Albuquerque International Airport, and that's where we will make our drop. I imagine from Socorro to Albuquerque, you're probably looking at about getting close to 2 hours of game drive time. So we're just rolling into Socorro now. We got, what? Oh, an hour. We got an hour left of drive time before we make our drop. I figured we'd have a little bit more time than that. Which, you know, I'm not going to complain about less drive time. One of the things I wanted to touch on with this New Mexico DLC is something that I like that SCS did. Something that I was wondering if they were gonna get or not, was New Mexico State Police have all reds. All their lights are red. They don't have red and blues like the other part of the state does, or like other departments within the state. So I was really curious as to if SCS had picked up on that and had put all reds on the vehicles with the New Mexico State Police skin. Why am I getting told that? Okay, so I have plenty of time. I'm not worried. We'll make it. So I was really wondering if they were going to do that. When I get the opportunity, I'll show you what I mean. But I think that was really good on SCS's part to put that in the game and add in that little minor detail that, you know, if you're not from you know, New Mexico, or if you've never been to New Mexico, maybe you wouldn't know. Whereas me, I lived in New Mexico for 4 years, almost 5 years, so I know that thing. I just thought that was a cool little touch that they had put on, and that's one of the things that made New Mexico feel like New Mexico. Okay, so we're getting close to our destination. We're going to be getting ready to come off the highway here. The moment that I've been waiting for, and hopefully you guys have been too. I'm really excited. I even, at one point I did pause and I looked to see exactly where I'm dropping this, and I'm dropping this exactly where I thought I was going to be dropping it at, which is really exciting for me, at least. So I'm really curious how this is going to work. This is going to be one of the very few times that I will do the second option. It'll be the only option for, I'll have two options for this load. Take it now, I'm in a hurry, blah 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 blah, or where do you need it? So I'm going to do the where do you need it, just so that way I can do this, have this experience of driving in this airplane. like I've seen pictures of. So we'll slowly make our way over there. We'll make left turn here, then we got a right turn and get in. In the last episode, I said that SCS is getting better, but they haven't quite done the whole making cities feel like cities, and this airport is a very good example of kind of what I'm talking about. When you exit the highway and you get into the Albuquerque, you exit the highway and you're headed to the Albuquerque International, you don't do any turning. That road leads you right up to the terminals, where you stop and you get off and you go to, you know, you go to fly away. Whereas this, you don't see that at all. There's nowhere in here that says, you know, there's nowhere in here that says, uh-oh, did I just screw the pooch? See what I get for talking. Yeah, but the airport just doesn't look like it does in real life, which is something that's a little disappointing, but, you know, it is what it is. And now I've got to figure out how to get out of this. And it's killed my truck. You know what, let's switch to the different automatic, and let's see if that's what the issue is. So see, real automatic, here's the difference. Simple, sequential, H. Let's go to simple. And let's see if we can get up the hill. And because I feel like this is a little yeah, see, look at that. I mean, we're getting up. There's still hazards on. We should have had those on a while ago, but it's all right. Alright, because now it's acting goofy, let's go ahead and just throw it. Maybe I'll just suck it up and deal with the sequential. I think that might be the best option. It's a pain in the ass, like I was saying before, but I'm going to start out in too low. So yeah, we're going to do the where should I place it. And it should be inside of the aircraft. Oh, I guess not. I guess I don't get to drive inside of the aircraft. Let's take this off. You know what, we're having a lot of issues right now. I'll just go back to real automatic, and let's just get this dropped off. I think actually what I've done is I've broken the game because I've switched between the gears mid-load. I think that's what my issue is right now. But you know, I was getting the truck to move with sequential, so we'll do that. We'll go back to that. Hopefully we can at least get this damn thing dropped off. If I can at least get to where it indicates, we'll just take that. I should get a little indicator that says just bear with me, we'll get this load dropped off. Make this turn very wide. Very wide. There. Maybe I made it a little bit too wide. We'll see. Well, maybe not. I think I got it this time. As you can see, I don't do this very often, so that's why it was such atrocious. Oh, look at that. Should get the indicator any second now to drop the load. I've got, there we go. That was a pain in the ass. Not doing that again, I'll tell you what. Late? Oh, whatever. It was not no 53 minutes late, but that's what I get playing around trying to get the damn thing dropped off. And messing with the shifting gears. But anyways, that was this episode. I can't believe it was late, but you know, that's what happens when the truck gets stuck at every hill. We'll address the engine issues, but thanks for sticking it out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next episode.